So, I come to vent. I'm an average person. I live an average life. I had an average job, and I'm an average mom with an average child. And then life changes for the average person. We go from doing okay to wondering if it's going to be okay. Having to search for means that we weren't typically searching for. I made a conscientious decision in 2014 to go get high. And I'm paying for that price today. With that happening and affecting my entire life and my judgment, I left everything I loved behind because something was more important at that time. And although I've gotten it on track, I've gotten my life back together, the world is changing to make that harder on a person like myself. I lost my job last week because of COVID-19. I know that a lot of people are being affected by it, and it's not a pity party. It's freaking reality. And it's hard. There is a mother of 4 who lost her job because she was part-time. What does that even mean? What it means is we have to find new avenues, and for a felon like me, not a lot of places want to take me or touch me or give me the time of day. I mostly wait back for a background check and get nothing in return. COVID-19, fuck you. You are making it hard for me. I pay child support. I pay rent. I have a car payment. I have a child. I pay child support for a child that I now have in my home because I was an idiot. I don't need help figuring that out. I understand that I had a problem and I did what I thought was best. And here I am trying to sit down and think, what are we going to do? What are we going to do? Because I have a possession. I have manufacturing delivering. I have theft. I have stupidity all on my background. And I have to pay the price for that. But why does my child have to? But that's not something they ask. They don't ask if you have a kid. They don't ask if you have bills. They don't ask any of that. They just say, you can't do it. You can't do it because the law that you didn't respect enough had to take action into their hands. Now what do? Do I send him back? Do I do what I was doing to break the law to begin with? Or do I just sit here? I don't even qualify for a stimulus check because I owe back child support. I don't qualify for a lot of things because I am a felon. That word is so huge, but I didn't digest it at the time when I was doing what I was doing. And I sit here online waiting to get low-tech options for my kid because I don't know if we're going to have internet soon. I don't even know if we're going to have a house soon. I've reached out to pantries to make sure that the food is stocked so my kid can live a semi-normal life, but that's still subject to change. It's not about the money. It's about the fact of the matter is that I want to have the things that I set myself to a standard to get when I came home from prison 2 years ago. Kicking me down is an understatement. Depression is an understatement. Anxiety is at an all-time high and is an understatement. There's so much things that I can't do because of freaking selfish decisions that I made. And I have to sit here and sit here and sit here. I love being at home with my kid. I love homeschooling him. I love being a part of his life again after 4 years of not. But what does that amount to if I don't have a roof over his head? What does that amount to when I don't pass a background? What does that amount to when I have to tell him sorry? We can't have those things anymore. He's a kid. He should be a kid. And I should be a parent. But right now, this whole fiasco is getting to the point where it's making people like me or people who are nothing like me who aren't felons and just moms pull their hair and wonder how they're going to do it. I know a lot of moms who are freaking struggling right now. And it's not just moms, it's fathers too. I had a father tell me, well, go get a real job. How? Who's going to take care of my kid? Who's going to be there for him? I'm not sending it to a daycare. I can't afford it. It's impossible right now for me. It was almost impossible before this. What do you expect me to do? Well, I'm going to keep trudging. If it's beans and rice, it's beans and rice. If it's take a shower after you take a poop, then that's what it's going to be. I'm not worried about toilet paper. I'm worried about the roof over my head. I'm worried about the means to an end. And I think that's going to be a hard reality check for some once people realize that this might be exactly that. You know, I'm struggling on my insides. You know, mental health helps. You know, so does getting high. But that's not a means to an end for me anymore. And it's scary. It's hugely scary. I just want someone to know that they're not alone if they're going through this too. They might not have just one child like me. They might have more. And I know it's not easy. But we'll get through it. Hopefully something comes up. But just keep your guys' heads up. Because you could be a felon. You could be a politician. It's all the same these days.